Hi. Okay, so this is all about books. Books. I have an obsession with buying books. I do work at a bookstore. I work at Barnes& Noble, and I love it. It's such a great job. But it has turned me into a bookaholic, and I haven't even had a chance to even read. I'm just kind of feel busy, and the internet is just so distracting, as well as the TV. So, I haven't gotten to reading. I want to show you guys the books I bought this month so far, and there are actually 12 books that I bought last month that I haven't even touched, so I should probably work on that. But here are this month's buys. Okay, so let's start with my hardcover books. Okay, I'm just gonna do all the hardcovers I got. I got this one at a thrift shop, actually. This one is called Netherland. And I just kind of like glanced at it. The cover seemed interesting to me. It's by Joseph O'Neill. But the front said, "Stunning with echoes of the Great Gatsby." And it seemed kind of fun, like set in the past in New York. And I think it was after 9/11 though. So it's not actually set in the past. But the cover looked old-fashioned. People likened it to Gatsby and Fitzgerald's. And I really love that book. So I figured, what the heck, I'll buy it. This was a bargain book at Barnes & Noble's, this next one, and it's by Candace Bushnell. It's called 1/5 Avenue, and I think she's the one that wrote Sex and the City. So, yeah, I figured it was bargain priced, and I'm an employee. So, I mean, why not? It was kind of fun summer. I was looking for summery books to read. That seemed like a really great one. Okay, this next one, another bargain book. And I started reading it, and I just never finished it. But, I mean, it was on sale. So I had to get it. It's Steve-O, Professional Idiot, memoir. This book is actually really interesting because I happen to like, the show that he's on. It's pretty funny. But Steve-O is hilarious to me. I think he's so funny. And there's the back, has his tattoo. But I actually, from what I read before, I read like half of it, I learned a lot. This kid, it's amazing the stuff he went through and to get where he is. He's not perfect or anything, but he's still kind of a partier and stuff. But I mean, he went through a lot. You should never judge a book by its cover. People especially. And this next one is a nonfiction book. When I saw it, it was just the cover that caught my eye. I was like, wow, it looks really cool. But it's called Detroit, An American Autopsy by Charlie LeDuff. And it's kind of about Detroit used to be one of the most flourishing cities in America, and it took a downturn. And so it's analyzing what made that happen, and could it happen to just America in general. So kind of interested to see. And this last one, I'm obsessed with Jimmy Fallon, and he talked about it on his show. And I mean, Questlove is, part of the Roots, the house band, and it's called Mometa Blues by Amir Questlove. So pretty excited to read this one because it's kind of about Questlove's journey, up becoming who he is today, and he just has a passion for music, and it's inspiring really, and I'm just so excited to read it. And the cover just looks sick. It looks awesome on my bookshelf. So those are those, and next I have what I like to call my light summer reads. They're just kind of lovey-dovey, stuff like that. I had Nicholas Sparks last month, but this month the one that I got was a teen book, and it's called The Statistical Probability of Love at First Sight by Jennifer Smith. And it's a girl she meets in the airport on the way to London, and then they separate, but they had this connection. I haven't read it yet, but it looks super cute, and it's Nicholas Sparks-esque. So very good summer read by the pool, whatever, something to enjoy. And then I got this one, The Silver Linings Playbook, because I haven't even seen the movie yet. But just the idea of the plot, it's so cute. I'm so excited, and I like that the cover has them on it. It makes me happy, Jennifer Lawrence and Bradley Cooper. So, want to see the movie, but pretty excited to read the book. My dad always says to watch the movie first, because then you're not disappointed with it. And then the book is better, so it's that much cooler. I don't know. Anyways, this next one is, I've seen it, I've kind of wanted it. It's called Rules of Civility. I got this last night, as well as Moment of Blues last night. But anyways, this one is like a girl in New York, like she's climbing the Tower of Class, I guess, in New York. So it looks cute. It's by Amor Towles. So that one I'm excited to read. I'm pretty much excited to read all of these. I wouldn't have paid money for them. I don't know if this is a Lightsome read. I just kind of made it its own pile. But it's World War Z by Max Brooks. I saw the movie, so there's that. I did good so far. Yeah, so it's an oral history of the zombie war. It's set up like a giant interview. So, cool writing style, fun, excited to read. Okay, then I'm gonna take a turn. 2 cookbooks. I have 2 cookbooks. I want to learn to cook. It's just one of my dreams. I just think it's great. It's fabulous. This one's called My Abuela's Table, and like the illustrations you see on the cover are all through it. So it's by Daniela Germain, and like my mom's Mexican, but like her mom is the one that knows how to cook all that stuff. And my mom never really learned. She moved to America, didn't really, doesn't practice it all the time. So this one just kind of has like a lot of Mexican foods from a lot of, different areas in Mexico. And the illustrations are so cute. So I'm hoping to use this soon. Maybe make tamales on Friday. Next Friday, I don't know. And then this guy's my favorite chef. I'm just love this guy. It's Jamie Oliver, and this is Jamie's America, and it was a bargain book. It was like $8. So, heck yeah. It's normally like a $38 book, $37.50. And like it's really cool. He goes to different parts of America and like cooks their food and stuff. And he's got this one recipe for killer mac and cheese. Totally gonna eat that. So yeah, he's my favorite. He's so adorable. He's like a little kid. And he just loves to cook, and he just has a passion. I love that. It's so good. So anyways, 4 nonfiction books coming up. The first one is Coco Chanel. My mom was talking about her the other day, like her history with like the war in Germany, and I just got really intrigued, and I was like, I need to know everything about her. So I just got a book by Lisa Cheney. It's called Coco Chanel, An Intimate Life. So yeah, I'm gonna read this. I actually started it yesterday at Starbucks. I took myself on a date, and I got a cinnamon latte because it was half Christmas, and read me some Coco Chanel. I felt so girly. And let's see, the next one is called 20 Minutes in Manhattan. And I actually bought this in New York. I figured if I'm going to buy a book about New York, it should be in New York. It was in the biggest bookstore, the Barnes & Noble's, like 4 stories. It was cool. But it's basically this guy takes a walk down, the guy, Michael Sorkin, takes a walk from his home in Greenwich down to his office, and I forget where. But he talks about the buildings and the people and like gives us a broad history based on his 20-minute walk. So I thought that was awesome. This next book is also yellow, and it's by Sherry Turkle, and it's called Alone Together. And it says why we expect more from technology and less from each other. Just kind of about how technology and I guess social networking just affects our relationships, marriage, friendship, family. So yeah, I figure I'm addicted to technology. I should totally read this book because I'm not nearly as social as I am like, I'm kind of alone together, I guess. I don't like face-to-face. I like face-to-screen. I need to be more social face-to-face, I guess. This next one is called The First 20 Minutes by Gretchen Reynolds. And it's kind of just about the science behind exercising and stuff like that. So I'm excited to read that. And then, lastly, I have 5 classics. Well, I think they're classics. Or classic authors, I suppose. So, these all just caught my eye. Just kidding, I have 4 classics. I have Cloud Atlas by David Mitchell. It was a movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, but they just say it's like really great how he wrote it. His style, I love that. And look at how pretty this cover is. Oh, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's got like all sorts of different clouds on it. Next one, Kurt Vonnegut, Breakfast of Champions. I haven't read any of his books, but my dad is always like, read a Vonnegut book, read a Vonnegut book. So there you go, Dad. I got one. Actually kind of excited to read it. I figure he's so popular, should know, should get cultured. This next one, I was obsessed with The Great Gatsby, and Fitzgerald is just a great writer, and this one is called Tender is the Night. And it's a Fitzgerald book. It's bigger than Gatsby, so I'm excited to read this one by Fitzgerald. And there's a book about Fitzgerald that I want to get called Beautiful Fools. It's about him and his like crazy romances, so it's hardcover, it's too much, so I need to wait for that one. Last book, but not least, is a Jack Kerouac book. Jack Kerouac, it's called Big Sur. The cover just looks cool. Look at the back. And my dad was like, that would be a thick tattoo. I don't think he said sick. He said that would be a cool tattoo. But yeah, it would be. It would be a really, really cool tattoo. But anyways, I've read some of his poetry because I'm so poetic and whatnot. But yeah, so his poetry was intriguing. I figure his books will. I think he wrote On the Road, which is a movie, which I have not read. But, you know, there's that. Anyways, these are all my fun time books. I have school books that I bought. I bought like 4 school books. I haven't even started my summer work. I only have like a month to do it. Month and a half. But yeah, so maybe check out some of these books. This is what I like to read. A very broad spectrum, I would say. And yeah, so I better get on my summer reading. And you should too, because it's fun. And I'm going to stop the video now.